Today on the Auburn Torch, some depth pieces for Auburn gymnastics have a chance to challenge for starting spots. We'll take a look at that, what that means, and how that opportunity is coming. Let's take a look at it. Look at this scoreboard. Look at this embarrassment of riches for Auburn men's golf. Look at this. Auburn men's golf in Hawaii, the Amer Ari Invitational, shooting 32 under in the first round, leading second place Stanford by 5 strokes. For audio listeners, the actual scorecard is incredible. Jackson Coyven, 10 under with 10 birdies. Jake Albert, 8 under, 6 birdies, had a bogey, and then an eagle on 498-yard par 5 15 to make up for it. Caden Pope, 7 under with 7 birdies. Josiah Gilbert, 7 under with 7 birdies. Billy Davis, 5 under, 5 birdies. And then even the individual medalist, Logan Riley, 3 under, 3 birdies. So you have one bogey on this entire sheet. And it was by Jake Albert, who made up for it by hitting an eagle. Unbelievable, man. Embarrassment of riches for the Tigers. I mean, posted on Twitter, I don't know how many of these teams, 5 or 6 or 7 of these teams might not even get to 32 under for the tournament. And just in the first round. Player leaderboard, Jackson Coyven sits in second at 10 under, 1 stroke behind Mahant Shiravuri. Sorry, I'm not caught up on my Pepperdine golf. But again, don't blame him for playing in a Pepperdine, which is in a beautiful area of California. Man, he tore up the 6 straight birdies on the front 9. Another 6 on the back 9 and 1 bogey. He tore up that front 9. Anyway, 2 more rounds. They'll be playing again tonight. Live scoring will be attached to the email that this goes out, that this podcast goes out with. And they were playing pretty late local time, so it should be later on this afternoon, this evening. You can follow the live scoring. Auburn with a pretty nice little 5-stroke lead after round 1, but you never know what'll happen. Also yesterday, real quick, let's run through yesterday's activity. Women's basketball falls at Florida, 61-53. Could not quite recreate the win over Florida in Neville Arena earlier this season. I keep looking at just the score by quarters, and I know that's such an oversimplification of the game of basketball, but for Auburn, it really is, we could get into why it happens or how it happens. You could write a thesis on it, but it really boils down to, having low scoring quarters by the opposition. And here you'll see a 22-point second quarter, or it's a 22-point third quarter. That's basically the game. I mean, here, look, first quarter, great for start for Auburn defensively. Auburn wins the first quarter 11-7. Second quarter, Florida wins it 18-15. 18 is a little more than you'd want to give up, but you scored 15. You're still in good position. In fact, you're winning at halftime. Third quarter, though, it's 22-12 for Florida. Fourth quarter, 15-14 to Auburn. 22-12, 10-point difference in the third quarter, and it's an 8-point difference on the scoreboard. And, you could get into why that happens. I mean, Auburn, 7 of 8 from the free throw line. That's not a lot of free throws, though. 8 free throws, right? And 28 free throws for Florida. So there's one really big difference getting to the line. but also defensively, is this a question of like, is it just depth that could be built on? Is it that third quarter? Is that when the minutes start to wear on and Florida had depth that took advantage of Auburn's lack of depth? Is that what happened? Is it shots aren't falling on the other end, or maybe you're not getting the calls you want because you're not going to the free throw line and you're hanging your head on the defensive side? There's a lot of things that could go into it, but it really comes down to when Auburn wins, Auburn strings together, probably two single-digit defensive quarters, right? And just needed one more of them in this one. Softball also lost to North Florida, directional Florida. That's trouble. It's the first game of the season. What how much can you do? Crazy, 11-3, run ruled in 5 innings. They'll have a chance to bounce back. They're going to Clearwater to play a lot of name brand teams in that tournament down there to start the season. But yeah, this one was surprising. It's a lot of unearned runs for North Florida. North Florida had 5 unearned runs and 6 unearned runs. Auburn, all 3 of Auburn's runs were earned, 11-3. North Florida had 5 earned runs and 6 unearned runs, but a clean game by North Florida, 0 errors, 0 unearned runs, but yeah, it's your job to make them uncomfortable, right? That's your job. So, not encouraging to start, but they'll have a chance to bounce back. So, anyway, let's take a look at gymnastics lineups before we go. The thing about the Kentucky meet tonight that I'm most interested in, the only change in lineup, I may not even read these all out, is Julianne Hough is back and warming up in the all-around, warming up all 4 events. So a few people slid out. Sophia Greaves was in for her on beam. Charlotte Booth was in for her on floor. They're sliding out of the top 8. I can't remember who it was on bars. Hannah Hagel was in on bars, and she's sliding out of the top 8. But here's the thing about tonight's meet. It's a lot of the usual suspects on this lineup, on the Auburn's top 8 warm-up lineup. But the thing about tonight's meet is that it's on SEC Network Plus. So if you didn't know, when you're on SEC Network Plus and you don't have the commercial restrictions of being on Friday Night Heights on regular linear TV, they can run an exhibition routine, which is kind of like the individual medalists in golf, right? So you could use 6 start and 6 count, or 6 start and 5 count in each rotation, right? But when there's no commercial restrictions, teams are allowed to start a 7th person as an exhibition. Their score automatically will not count at all. But for Auburn, who is trying to see which of these athletes is going to perform well in front of the judges, because Jeff, the position for Auburn remains. Jeff is like, we practice really well, but we're just not doing it in front of judges. So apparently all of these, pretty much all of these athletes are doing well in practice, and it's just a matter of finding the ones that can do it in front of judges, right? This will give someone one additional chance to challenge for a lineup spot. And we've seen earlier this season, Alex Irvine on beam had a great beam routine and has been a starter in exhibition and has been a starter ever since. So, I mean, this could give someone like maybe Emma Weary gets a chance on floor. Maybe Charlotte Booth gets a chance on beam to really challenge for a starting spot for the first time. Maybe Bryn Torrey gets an exhibition on vault, a freshman, or Jersey Woolsey. That's another one. So it gives one more chance. Maybe this battle between Bryn Barton and Emma Grace Boyd has some more clarity, right, on bars. So it's the story of this one really will be, obviously the continued story of you got to do it in front of the judges. You're back at home. Here's your chance. Do it. But beyond that, the story is 7 starters, and which of these exhibition starters, which were these exhibition gymnasts, can beat out, a starter and challenge for, earn right there on the field, like a scrimmage, earn a starting spot, moving forward. That'll be the question. We'll see. Kentucky also comes in with some struggles so far this season, so we'll see how they perform. I wanna before I go, quick episode today, but before I go, I want to point to auburntorch.com. Check out a new story up on the Winter Olympics start today, and it's the first Olympics with Kirsty Coventry, Auburn swimming legend, as the IOC president. And I just I looked into a lot of what she's got going on. It's amazing. Your mind will be blown the amount of stuff she is dealing with, right? From the Los Angeles Olympics Committee chairman is on the Epstein list this week. Italy claims there was a cyber attack targeting the Olympics from Russia. There's Russia in general. There are restrictions at the Olympics. A skier brought a petition to IOC in Coventry to stop accepting sponsorships from oil companies over climate change concerns. The Pope is talking about the Olympics. I mean, the amount of stuff on her shoulders, and she just used to walk that concourse at Auburn like a lot of y'all. It's crazy. So we take a look at that, and we also, I did some digging and found one way that coming to Auburn University prepared her for what she's dealing with now, and when she goes into these IOC sessions, and she is, almost like a world Congress, like literally in a parliament situation room with, representatives, delegates from every nationality, every, all the different races and religions and backgrounds and titles. You got barons in there, you got sheiks in there, you got princesses in there. Really crazy stuff. But there's one way that from things she said that swimming at Auburn prepared her for that. So I want you to check that out. auburntorch.com. Sign up $4 a month. Get you unlimited access to every article we write, everything we have. Jump in the comments section, join us, check it out. So I'll go from here. I'll go with that. I'll be at the gymnastics meet tonight. If you're there, we'll see you. If you're a student camping out, go inside for a little bit for the meet, go back out, and stay warm most of all. So until tonight, I will. You guys take care, and we'll see you at the meet.